If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Iris Celeste. I already got two cards that jumped out. We have Queen of Swords upright. It says unbiased judgment. As you see this queen sitting here, her hand up in the air, a sword in her right hand. Sword is usually tied to mental stuff, like thinking, um, might even represent confusion depending on which way the card is facing. Here it says unbiased judgment, independence, clear boundaries, direct communication, clear minded, and perceptive. She is on her throne. She's ready to receive questions and for people to come over. And she seems like she's in the mood to help, discernment. It looks like she has discernment here. So we have a Knight of Wands. Okay, so you could either be listening in for this Queen of Swords or this Knight of Wands, but it shows here that there is a Knight of Wands, which represents some type of energy, some passion, something that truly inspires you, something that's striking, maybe this side of you, maybe the part of you that isn't afraid to pursue things that on a regular day you might struggle with, the idea of you might even find yourself being slightly impulsive. You got Magician at the bottom of the deck. It says action, creation, manifestation, power, self confidence, clarity, willpower, skill, and creativity. Now, what I notice here is that you have a major arcana. So, essentially, what it's saying is there's an important part of your life right now. There's a big part of your life that's requiring or is going to have some type of action or creation. But I could see you're getting your energy from the Knight of Wands. He does look quite inspired. You're going to act upon this confidence that you have. As you see here, the Queen of Swords, she's direct, clear boundaries, clear mind. Same like over here, clarity. There is something that you are going to be doing that's going to bring you so much clarity, or maybe you, because of the clarity that is already existing, maybe because of what you're already feeling, it's going to create something. I just pick cards, they fly out. Let's see. You have the Six of Pentacles. You're saying in your adventures of feeling this thing you're going to act upon that might make you feel like a Queen of Swords. It says here, Six of Pentacles, so you're going to be receiving or giving, sharing your wealth, generosity, charity. So essentially, whatever it is that you're going to be creating, you're going to be sharing it with others. Which I would say, in a sense, when you share things with others, you're saying, hey, I'm inviting you to this abundance. And the more that you're self-assured of the abundance that you're creating, the more that you give, the more that you receive. And it shouldn't just be solely giving because you want to receive. Like, it needs to come from the pureness of your heart, because everything is reciprocity. I don't know if you realize in life, everything, there's a yin and a yang. And so with giving and receiving, there's always a yin and a yang. So what part of that? Oop, okay, I'm gonna call it for what it is. This card went in reverse because I accidentally flicked it. I don't know if anybody else would have decided to read it, but I'm gonna read it. I was holding this card, so I'm gonna read this card and then we can go from there. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, self-discipline. It's saying, hey, I know you want to give, but you need to discipline yourself, okay? Maybe you're feeling a little bored. You need to try something new. You're feeling stuck. Don't get stuck on the perfectionism part, okay? Because if you do, you're going to feel manipulated, or you're going to manipulate or feel like you're doing poor planning. So I would say this card is received of what you are trying to get to, but it flipped while I was holding this card. So it's saying if you don't have some discipline, okay, if you don't, you need to work, and there needs to be a reward. There needs to be something coming out of it other than just money. I like to believe the reward is a lot more in depth, like physically in the body, than it really has to do with like excuse me, than like money. It can relate to money, but I wouldn't like to believe that during this, in this predicament. Untapped talents, insecure, lack of confidence, and narcissism. Okay, it's saying don't be too high Don't be too on your high horse. I would say that's what it requires. 'Cause I see a horse, someone on a throne. There's another horse here, and we're talking about income or material, physical material. And we have the Fool in reverse, so you're holding back. I do see untapped talents. A lot of people tend to hold back because they never get to try anything in life or like try new things. Like, some people just have to work to maintain and they don't get the chance to really be like, okay, I like doing this. I started doing this and I have natural abilities to do this. And so that's a big part of untapped talents. Maybe you're feeling like you're holding back. Maybe you're indecisive. Maybe you're like, okay, I could start this, but then where would that lead me? Like, what if I need what I have now? Maybe you're scared. You're tethering a line. Everything you do in life, every choice you make is going to lead you somewhere. But just remember, if it doesn't lead you where you want to, you can always turn at any time. Recklessness, hesitation, fearlessness, bad choices, and risk taking. This is going to go back to the magician in reverse. Poor planning, feeling stuck. This is how you feel. This is how you feel. This is how you are or how you can be. This is how you feel. All right. I just want to clarify. What can this person do? What can we do? What do they need to do? I know you just gave me a card. Okay. This was one. Okay, that's a lot of cards, but we'll take them. We have the story. 8 of Cups. Okay, you see all this that's there. You're walking away from it. Disappointment. Yep, you're abandoning whatever it is that you wanted to do. This could be a route that you might take, walking away, leaving behind something. Maybe this is how you want to be and what you have to go through so you can leave. Always leave things because there is always better. And no, I don't mean this as the grass is always greener. That's not what I mean. I mean, if you're in a situation that's not working for you or other people, I do not blame you for getting up and walking away. Sometimes it's easier to just do something somewhere else, go somewhere else. The Empress. This is the other way. So you could either be in disappointment or in abundance, okay? Someone might be expecting or trying to expect feminine fertility, good parenting. Fertility can also represent like something being brought to life. Development, see? Accomplishments, growth, and evolution. So depending on how you go about this on your Queen of Swords adventure, what you do with that energy, you could end up having enough to share, or you could share too much because you have no self-discipline. Or planning, not being sure of yourself will lead to disappointment. But if you do this the right way, your ambitions will be action-oriented. They won't just be thoughts and ideas. If you feel driven to succeed in whatever this is that you're thinking about, you need to go full steam ahead, honestly. If you don't try it, it's never going to happen. And we're not promised tomorrow. Fast thinking, defending beliefs. Four of Pentacles, saving money. Again, it's a call for you to save your money. You got your Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Lack of long term. Something is not being thought out right now. Again, limited success or reward. The other one says no reward. So you have a Page of Pentacles in reverse, a Page of Swords in reverse. Someone's being manipulative in here. You're going to find yourself in some type of deception. So keep your eyes peeled. Something isn't lining up right. Someone is all talk. Haphazard action. You know what that means. It says self-expression. Whatever it is that goes on, act like an empress. Because if not, you're going to be left in your 8 of Cups. I'm telling you right now. Only push yourself for greatness. It's okay to rest when things don't pan out, but you have 2 roads to take. How do you get to your Empress?